Welcome back to the Blue, Albertson Stadium, home of your Boise State Broncos, the bastion of Bronco Nation, a field of dreams where greatness has become a tradition. Whether you're new to Idaho and this is your first game, or your family has had season tickets for 3 generations, Lithia Ford of Boise wants you to know you're welcome here.
All right, what's going on, Boise State fans? BJ Rains here. We are live with Tyson Degenhart after Boise State gets the win tonight. What a win, 74-48. How's this one feel?
No, it definitely feels great to come on the road and usually come in here and take care of business, and we really locked in defensively.
What's it been like for you? A couple games now in the starting lineup, obviously, and getting a chance to kind of get more comfortable and familiar with things for you. How are you feeling out there?
I definitely feel a lot more comfortable, definitely a lot more confident in my shot, and just want to keep this up.
What was the final number? 21 points, I believe. I mean, what's just 30 minutes? That's pretty efficient. What's working for you? 3 for 5 from 3-point range. I mean, you kind of showed off your overall game tonight.
I think it's a lot of trust in my teammates. If my teammates trust me to take those shots. When I'm missing, they're telling me, keep shooting the ball. It gives me the confidence that teammates behind me.
What did you think about Naje tonight?
Oh man, he was great. Those blocks were electric.
Tip dunk was great.
He's playing well. He brings a lot of energy to our team, and yeah.
What kind of player is he? I mean, he's a guy you haven't seen a ton from, but he showed. He's got some game.
He can do it all. I mean, he went from the field, 3-3, a bit of everything around the court. Did a great job tonight.
Tyson Degenhart, our guest live here on the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. Boise State again wins this one 74-48. Kind of a weird gym. It's not a big crowd, kind of a small gym. It's a weird trip. What was obviously some challenges tonight, but you guys overcame them. What was this game like for you?
It's definitely a little different. It's a different gym. It felt more like a high school gym in a sense, a little smaller, but we didn't let it affect us. We just came out here and took care of business.
Obviously, you guys shot much better from the field. You held onto the ball. I mean, there were some key things going in that you guys wanted to do. I don't know what the final turnover numbers were. 14, so you improved by 10 from last game, and I thought the shooting was much better as well. What's 53%? I think it's one of your best games of the overall. I mean, just what's your takeaways from this one?
I think we're really learning from what our mistakes are in the past couple games. With the Tulsa game having 24 turnovers, you can't have 24 turnovers. So we're just working on staying strong with the ball. And along with that, just making sure we pass the ball really sharply so we can't turn the ball over.
Do you think this team's hopefully turning a corner a little bit? I mean, it's 2 wins in a row now, and obviously maybe 5-4 is not where you guys wanted to be. But, I mean, do you feel like you guys are maybe starting to build something here?
I think we're definitely starting to build something. The Bakersfield loss was not one that we really wanted, and none of the other ones before that especially. But I think we're really starting to find our roles, and we're really starting to gel as a team, and our chemistry is definitely going up right now.
And the defensive effort tonight, I mean, there was one point in the second half where they cut it to 10, and then I think you guys held them 11 straight possessions without a point, and you guys went on a huge run and blew them out again. I mean, I know they say defense always travels, but what can you say about the defensive effort tonight?
Oh, our defensive effort was great. Something we can really hang our hat on. I mean, we're holding teams to under 60 points a lot, and I think if we can continue to that, we're going to win a lot of games in the future.
I appreciate it, man. Safe travels back to Boise. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Tyson Degenhart, there he is, a freshman, as we turn the camera around here a little bit. You can just set that there, Tyson. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We're going to have Coach Leon Rice joining us shortly. Boise State wins this one. Let's see if I can turn this mic down for a second. There we go. Dealing with a little bit of an echo. Let me mute this mic over here. Sorry about that. Boise State wins this one 74-48. Coach Leon Rice is going to join us in just a minute as we break this one down. I'm going to check the stat sheet here. Impressive win for Boise State, and it was not your traditional guys doing the scoring. Naje Smith, what can you say about Naje Smith and what he did today? 17 points, 4 rebounds. He had 2 huge blocks. I thought Naje Smith played great. You had Tyson Degenhart, who we just had on the show, 21 points for him. I thought what he did was really impressive. Get your comments in, get your questions in here as we wait for Coach Rice. He's finishing up his radio interview, and he'll come join us over here. Still have to turn the corner with the performance from the charity stripe, 50% tonight. Rookie numbers need to be pumped up. Defense still pretty good. Get your comments, get your questions in as we wait for Coach Leon Rice. He will join us shortly here. Boise State, again, wins this one 74-48. A lot of things to like, a lot of things to be impressed with from this one. And again, some of the numbers that stand out. Boise State shot 53.6% from the field. That is 30 of 56 from the field. The rebounding numbers were pretty one-sided as well. Those final numbers were 41-20. 41-20 on the glass. Boise State wins the rebounding numbers. That is really, really impressive to see what Boise State did on the glass there. And so, man, just overall, this is what you wanted to do. You come here to CSUN, and Coach Rice is just finishing up his radio interview. He'll be right over here shortly. And then we're hoping to get Naje Smith on the show as well. So live interviews here on the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show presented by rowpaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. So we break this one down from the Matadome. Let's see what the final attendance was announced at. 400, and I can't read the final number, but it looks like about 400 was the attendance, just over 400. Get your questions in, get your comments in. We'll get those up on the screen here as we wait for Coach Rice to come on over here shortly as he finishes up his radio interview. And as I said, Naje Smith hopefully going to join us as well. So get your questions, your comments in. We'll get them up on the screen as we break this one down for Boise State. Again, 21 points in 31 minutes for Tyson Degenhart. He had 6 rebounds. Nothing against Degenhart Dutrieve, but, man, it sure seems like that's a nice trade for Boise State to get Tyson Degenhart 30-plus minutes a game right now with what he's providing. I thought Naje Smith, 17 points, a couple huge blocks. Marcus Shaver Jr., 12 points. He had a solid game, hit a couple big threes early. Abu Kijab, 9 points as well. And let's see who else had 9 points from Emmanuel Acott also. So Boise State gets a pretty balanced scoring tonight, 20 assists on 30 field goals. Thought that was pretty impressive. Trent Johnson joking around with Leon Rice there is over here on the court as he gets ready to walk our way. But overall, I thought Boise State did what they needed to do. Came in, JT saying Degenhart, very impressive, plays within himself. Yeah, I was very impressed with him as well and thought that he did a really, really nice job. Again, 21 points and hit a couple threes. What was he from three-point range? 3 for 5. Tyson Degenhart, 3 for 5 from three-point range. And I was very impressed with what he was able to do. And sure enough, Boise State wins the game. That's 2 in a row. Can you call it a winning streak? 2 in a row for Boise State. They now will go back home, play Alcorn State, I believe it is, on Friday. And they'll hopefully get a little bit of a roll going here. Boise State back over 500. They are now 5-4 on the season. And again, the Broncos led pretty much from start to finish. CSUN actually made it a little bit of a game. Boise State, let's see what it was here. The lead got down to 10. It was 43-33. It got a little scary, 43-33. And again, Leon Rice will be joining us shortly. We're going to have Naje Smith as well as we give you some live post-game interviews here on the Lithia Florida Boise post-game show. But 43-33 with 15:06 left in the game. Boise State goes on a 16-0 run. Naje Smith put back. You had a Degenhart 3, Max Rice basket, a slam dunk from Acott, a 3 from Naje, and then a bucket from Tyson Degenhart. And just like that, the 16-0 run is what the difference was. And Boise State goes up by 26 after that. And we'll get Coach Rice to come over here and come on with us, and we'll get the camera set up. As Boise State wins 74-48. We're going to get Naje Smith on first, it looks like. Naje Smith's going to come over first. We'll get the we were using that chair, sir. I'm sorry. No problem. That's all right. How's it going, Naje? Nice Smith, sir. We're going to you can grab the mic there. We're going to turn this around so folks can see you. Naje Smith's going to join us here. We are live to Bronco Nation back in Boise. Naje, congratulations, man. Heck of a game. How's it feel?
It feels good to finally hit the 3, get our team going. It feels good to kind of feel like we're on the upswing.
Well, I know you've been getting some playing time and stuff, but to get a chance to get out there for whatever, it seemed like extended playing time tonight, 24 minutes, and to contribute the way you did, 7 for 7 from the field. I mean, just to contribute like that, it had to feel pretty good.
It feels great. My teammates, they really needed me. We had a couple guys go down, and then everyone's just ready to step up and contribute. It feels like every day in practice we work hard and just wait for this moment.
What do you see as your role on this team? What do you bring? Obviously, a couple huge blocks. You're hitting some shots. You're rebounding. You're getting putbacks. I mean, you kind of just a do-it-all guy when you're out there?
Just kind of whatever can help my team win. If I need to play defense, if I need to score the ball, help my teammates, cheer on the bench, whatever it is, I just want to win.
What about your outside shot? You've been – it was pretty impressive tonight. Well, I don't know what the final numbers were. 3 for 3 from 3. I mean, is that you feel like you're a pretty good outside shooter?
Yeah, I feel like I just had a mental block, and I was waiting for that first one to go in, and it felt good.
What did last year, getting a chance to get your feet wet and get used to the system and everything, how much more comfortable do you feel as part of this program right now?
So much comfortable. I was just blessed to have that opportunity last year to get a couple touches and then just really hit the ground running this year.
What can you say about the freshman, Tyson Degenhart? Comes in, the last couple games in the starting lineup, and he gets 21 points, 6 rebounds tonight, and hit a couple of threes himself. Ever since he went into that starting lineup, he's been a huge boost for you guys.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I love him. He works hard, one of the hardest workers I know, and he deserves it. It's finally good to see his talent show.
What about the defensive effort tonight? I mean, I was just talking about it before you came over, but they made a little bit of a run to start the second half, and they cut it back to 10, and it was a little scary there, and then all of a sudden you guys got 11 straight defensive stops and held them without a point for like over 6 minutes. I mean, that's got to be they always say defense travels, but you guys had a 16-0 run and blew them out again, and it was because of your defense.
I feel like they came out and punched us in the mouth in the beginning, and then we finally responded and showed them what we could do.
Final thing, I mean, you feel like this team's hopefully kind of getting on a run here? I mean, that's 2 in a row now, and I know it's a long season, and maybe the record right now is not where you want, but do you feel like this could hopefully be the start of something for you guys?
I feel like we've had a lot of meaningful games. Sometimes a loss can be more than a win, so I feel like we have a lot of traction building. It's going to be exciting.
Hey, safe travels back, man. Appreciate the time, and congrats on the win.
Thank you very much.
There he is, Naje Smith. Sorry to drop your phone there. Coach Rice going to be joining us shortly. We'll go ahead and get him on. And Leon Rice just finishing up another interview. Boise State wins this one 74-48. And Coach Rice is going to join us in just a second. Appreciate Naje Smith. What a game that he had. 17 points for Naje, and just overall, man, to think if you're getting 38 points from Naje Smith and Tyson Degenhart, you're going to take that most games. And so very, very impressive to see what you got from both of those guys. 74 points. That was the 17-point halftime lead was Boise State's biggest halftime lead of the season as well. They end up winning this one pretty convincingly by 26. They were up 30 at one point. I know Naje did get called for the technical foul on the dunk, but overall I thought he played very, very well tonight as Coach Rice gets ready to come over and join us live here for a few minutes. And 74-48 the final. Coach, you can grab the mic right there, and we'll make sure we can get you. There he is. Coach, start to finish, pretty impressive game tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, it really was because, we set a tone, and I was really, really impressed with we kept that tone up the whole game, and, that's you're fighting human nature sometimes if you get a lead. And the thing that I told our guys, too, that I knew, a Trent Johnson coach team is not going to have any quit in them. And they're going to play the first possession, and they're going to play all the way to the last possession, regardless of the score. And certainly that's what it was. And our guys were mature with that and handled it really good.
And they did cut it to 10 there early in the second half, and it was getting a little, I don't want to say scary, but it was starting to get, they never got it to single digits, but they got it to 10. And then you guys got 11 straight stops on defense.
Wow.
Held them without a point for 6:46 scoreless.
Right.
And you guys used the big run to go back up by almost 30 and kind of put it away.
Right. No, and that was great. And we got a big lift from our bench with Naje, and we needed that tonight because, we had Pavle go down and we had no Lucas tonight. And, so all of a sudden we had a really, really short bench, and then you get a little bit of foul trouble, and now something goes wrong, and you could be in trouble.
I don't know if Naje Smith's field goal percentage qualifies to lead the nation, but it seems like he doesn't miss very often. I mean, I think there was a game earlier this season where he was perfect too, right? And he goes 7 for 7 tonight.
Right, and he's an energy guy. He had some blocked shots. I think they gave him 3. He protects the rim. He flies around. He makes plays. And he's doing a great job for us. He deserves everything he gets.
I mean, it seems like he really can do it all for you guys. He had a couple huge blocks. He can hit the outside shot. He's athletic around the rim on some of the putbacks and stuff. I mean, he looks like his improvement from last year to this year is really big.
It's huge. And, Naje's kind of a free spirit, and I let him be that. And because he brings a nice almost helps our team relax a little bit, just the way he approaches things. And, but then he plays hard. As long as you're playing hard, I'll let you be yourself. But the one thing I know I can get him better at is turn the ball over. He sees the game really easily, and I think he's got to play a little closer to the vest as far as you can't make every play, Naje. So, a couple of those turnovers he could have had, but we had 20 assists tonight and great ball movement, and E-Man gets 7 assists. no turnovers. And, that's what you want out of E because he can be an elite passer.
And I know we seem like we're asking about Tyson after every game now,
Yeah.
but ever since he went into that starting lineup, I mean, it just seems like it's been a natural fit for him. 21 points, 6 rebounds, and the outside shot. I mean, he's kind of doing it all just like Naje is.
Right. And, he's just a winner. And 21 points, 6 rebounds off 13 shots. That's pretty efficient. And that's, our offense was really efficient tonight, shot 54%. So, I think our offense is starting to catch up with our D, and our D's been pretty good. I think we can still get it better, and we're going to have to keep improving.
41-20 on the glass.
Yeah,
What else impressed
nice.
you from tonight?
Yeah, the glass too, because that's 12 offensive rebounds. We're last year we did an offensive rebound very well. This year we're a force on there, and sometimes our best shot is our second shot.
Is Pavle was sprained ankle?
Yeah,
or is he okay,
gosh
or?
dang it, that was a tough one because he was in there too against that zone, and I think he would have got things going a little bit. And he sprained his ankle. We don't know how bad it is. Hopefully we can have him back for Friday. And Lucas has a hurt shoulder, so all of a sudden, 10 guys is great. 10 or 11 guys is great until you have an injury or two, and then it's like, uh-oh.
It was just a weird game, Coach. I mean, the weird, 400, I think, was the announced attendance. And
Yeah.
you walk in here, and it seems like a glorified high school gym. No disrespect to CSUN, but, I mean, it's just not what you guys are used to playing
Right,
in.
right.
And there wasn't much of a crowd or an atmosphere, and it's just a weird trip. And, I don't want to say trap game, but there
Yes.
were some reasons why this could have been a closer game than it was. What does it say about your guys to start hot and stay hot?
Yeah, and we have a maturity about us, I think, that I saw that the way they approached it the last couple of days. They were great in practice. I think I whispered it to you. I hate to jinx myself and say, oh, we're going to play good. We had a great practice because it doesn't always translate, but certainly did tonight. And that's a great sign that we can, this time of year you're having great practices because that's how you improve. You find a way to get better at practice. You find a way to keep working on some things you got to get better at. And, for us to accomplish things we want to accomplish, we have to get a lot better. And we're making strides, but by no means have we arrived where we want to be.
Yeah, and final thing, Coach, that's kind of what I was going to ask you, man. It's only 2 in a row, obviously, but you got to start somewhere. I mean, do you feel like you're hopefully starting to build something here?
No doubt. And like I said, I really think our offense is starting to catch up, and our offense is starting to click. Guys are starting to figure out their roles, and some of that takes time. That's what good competition is for in November, and that's what all those grinding days help you do that. And it's not the team that is best November 12th that's going to win it. It's the team that that can continue to improve and get their chemistry better and keep doing all that stuff and enjoy being around each other and enjoy practice. And I got a team that's doing that right now. And we got to keep doing it.
Still only 5 of 10 from the line, though. I got to be somewhat. They got to find something negative, right?
Wow, that was that was.
You finished strong, though. I think you were 0 for 5 or something. So you made maybe either 5 in a row to finish or something.
Yeah.
So.
Again, now the one that shaves got to go 2 for 2, and then we're 7 for 10.
When he breaks, something weird's going on when he bricks too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. So,
well, Coach, safe travels. Appreciate
All
you
right,
for doing
thanks.
this,
Yep.
and congratulations on the win.
Okay, thank you.
74-48, the final. Appreciate Coach Rice for joining us here on the postgame show. They will stay in town tonight, head back early tomorrow morning as Boise State wins this one 74-48. Hopefully all positive comments here because Coach Rice could see those as he was sitting here. Let's check out some of the comments. Rice just said on the radio Milner's dealing with an injury, and he just told us as well. So, Nathaniel saying Smith is a bad man. We got some more. Thanks, Eric. Smith for newcomer of the year for the Mountain West. Well, he was on the team last year, so he can't be the newcomer of the year. I think he played in some games last year, so I don't think he's eligible. Smith on the roster last year. 6th man, maybe. Got a long ways to go. I think they only count conference games for those. We're going to have to see on that because we'll have to see because, he's been incredible. When you think about turn on his mic, so I don't know whose mic you're talking about. Sorry if there was not as loud. I turned it up, so sorry about that. I hope you guys could hear Coach Rice okay. I see a comment to turn on his mic, so hopefully you guys could hear Coach Rice okay. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. I apologize if for some reason you couldn't. I heard him coming through my headphones, so I thought we had Coach Rice okay. But Naje Smith, Coach Rice, Tyson Degenhart. If you came in late, you can go back to the beginning. Right at the beginning, we had Tyson Degenhart join us right off the top of the show, and then we also had Naje Smith and Coach. So live interviews here on the post-game show very beginning of Smith for the mic issue. Okay, sorry about that, David. Working with a new audio thing here with 2 microphones and trying to figure this out. You guys got to remember, I'm a writer. I'm not a video guy. I'm a writer. This is not something that I do. So it's been I've been trying to figure this out just like you guys have, and it's been technology is not my friend, I guess you could say. So Mike was low at the beginning and Naje fine the rest of the time. So yeah, I think I had forgotten to turn him on just for a second. So apologize for that. Again, I am not a technical person. I'm a writer. And we're trying to have some fun on these post-game videos. So, again, 74-48. Thank you to Lithia, Florida, Boise, the BroncoNationNews.com post-game show, RealPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. 74-48 is your final. A final look at the numbers. 21 points for Tyson Degenhart. 9 points, Abu Kijab. 2 points, Malad Narmouche. 12 points, Marcus Shaver Jr. 9 points for Emmanuel Acott. 2 points for Max Rice. 17 points for Naje Smith, 2 points for Sam Winter. That was actually pretty cool. The walk-on Sam Winter got a bucket there at the end of the game. That was the loudest cheer of the game was for Sam Winter when the walk-on got a bucket there towards the end for Boise State. So overall, long day traveling down here. Flight was delayed. Had to come straight from the airport over here, but got here in time for the post-game show or pre-game show and post-game show, and we're right back to the airport. 7 a.m. flight tomorrow back to Boise. The Broncos, I think, are on a nonstop flight out of LAX in the morning, I believe, so they'll be back tomorrow. It'll be Prairie View A&M, I believe, is the opponent on Friday night. Prairie View on Friday night, and Boise State will look to make it 3 in a row. And I know it's just, it's CSUN and it's Tulsa, but you got to start somewhere. And that's 2 wins in a row for Boise State. It's an impressive win, and it's a win that Boise State certainly needed to have, and they played well from start to finish. So overall, very nice win for Boise State. And again, a couple things that stood out was the defensive effort. 11 straight possessions. They held CSUN scoreless in the second half, and they used a 16-0 run to go from up 10 to up 26. I thought that was a huge difference point in the game for Boise State. CSUN was making it a little bit of a game there, only up 10, and then all of a sudden they turn it into 26 right after that. So Boise State kind of blew them out. Kurt Fuller saying, great job. Appreciate that, Kurt. Again, having some fun here, trying to make this work. I don't know where else you're going to get live post-game interviews with the head coach and a couple of players right after the game. So hope you're liking what you're seeing from Bronco Nation News. You'll consider subscribing to our product. We're doing some video interviews with the football recruits right now as well that are coming up on the site. But looking at the stats here, Naje Smith was just huge in the second half, had that big dunk, did get called for a technical, but that put Boise State up by 30, 65-35. And again, this was I guess the run would have been 43-35, so it ended up being a 22-2 run. 22-2 run to go from up 10 to up 30. Really, really impressive for what Boise State did there. And again, they did it with their defense, but they also shot much better. 30 of 56 from the field, 53.6%. Boise State shoots 53.6%, one of their best shooting games of the season for sure. Did only go 5 of 10 from the foul line. I had to ask Coach Rice about that at the end of the game. But the final 3-point numbers were 9 of 21, 42.9% from 3, 9 of 21. Boise State goes from 3-point range. So they, again, CSUN taking nothing away from them, but this was a game Boise State was favored by 13. They were supposed to win big, and that's pretty much what they did in this one. So Boise State does what they need to do tonight. They go up 17 at halftime, and they pour it on in the second half. 74-48 is your final, and Boise State again comes home to play Prairie View on Friday. A couple comments here if you have it, guys. 20 assists on 30 baskets. I like that ratio. Yeah, that's pretty good. You'd like it even higher, but that's not bad, Eric. They did move the ball much better today. I thought that was some of their best ball movement they've had this season with some of what they did. A couple nice passes for some dunks. Looks like Nathaniel saying CSUN did the same thing at Fresno, down a lot, cut it to 10 second half, then Fresno took off again. Yeah, they just lost by about 20 to Fresno the other night. So this won't go down as the most impressive win in terms of the opponent they played this year, but overall it might be one of their better overall games they've played when you put together the offense and the defense and what they were able to do in this one. So I thought overall they just played really, really well, held CSUN to 1 for 10 from 3-point range. Again, 41-20 on the glass. They really had a strong rebounding effort in this one. You look at the rebounds, 6 for Tyson Degenhart, 7 for Abu Kijab, 6 for Malad Narmouche, 7 for Marcus Shaver Jr. I think Marcus Shaver Jr. might get a triple-double this year at some point. You look at what he's done. He had 12 points, and he had 7 rebounds. I think he had 7 assists the other game. And tonight, by the way, Emmanuel Acott had 7 assists, so congratulations to him. But I think there might be a game this year where we see Marcus Shaver Jr. push towards a triple-double. So he had a heck of a game tonight. Really everybody did. Not too many negatives. Pavle Kuzmanovic going down with what looked like a sprained ankle. That's probably one of the only negatives from this one would be the sprained ankle for Pavle. Hopefully he's okay moving forward. Because the bench is already very, very thin bench now that Degenhart Dutrieve is transferred. And I hate to say this because it sounds like a negative towards Degenhart Dutrieve, but I mean that trade is working out so far. I mean, you inserting Tyson Degenhart into the starting lineup, as I said at the very beginning of the show, has certainly been a factor for these last 3 games. I mean, I know you lost to St. Louis, but you make your free throws, you win that one. I mean, you really have played well now 3 games in a row. And so I think that what Tyson Degenhart brings to the table is something they were missing and something that they didn't get from Degenhart Dutrieve. I think Degenhart Dutrieve is a very, very talented player individually. But I think for what this team needed, Tyson Degenhart is the perfect fit. Perfect fit. 30 minutes, goes 8 for 13 from the field, hits both his free throws, 3 for 5 from three-point range, 6 rebounds, 21 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. I think he took a charge again tonight. So I've been just so impressed with Tyson Degenhart. And to that trade of him moving into the starting lineup and now playing 30-plus minutes a game, I think is going to be a huge payoff for Boise State moving forward with him in there. And again, Naje Smith, who you just heard from on the postgame show a few minutes ago, 7 for 7 from the field in 24 minutes. He goes 3 for 3 from three-point range. I thought he was just really, really impressive in this one. 17 points, 3 blocks, looks like a steal. Naje Smith and Degenhart, if you're getting 38 points from Smith and Degenhart, this team's going to be hard to beat. So I think Naje Smith is very, very impressive. And overall, just a great game for Boise State. Again, 2 in a row now, 74-48. I think they're trying to kick me out here. So I'll go ahead and get ready to wrap this thing up. But thank you to Lithia, to Boise. Thank you to ropepaint.com, all of our great sponsors that we'll be telling you about on the website, bronconationnews.com. We'll have some more post-game coverage up on the website. So hopefully you'll go to Bronco Nation News, check it out. Hopefully you'll consider a subscription as well. We're funding all these road trips and all these shows ourselves here. So hopefully you're able to help with some of the travel costs and things like that so we can keep this going because post-game live interviews here with the coach and players is pretty cool, and we're excited to be able to do that for you. Eric, appreciate you, man. Appreciate your comments. Eric and Nathaniel and all you guys, appreciate your comments. Chris, well done. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we still got a pretty good amount of people watching this thing. So I guess until they kick me out, we can keep this going for another minute or two. But 2 in a row now. We'll see if they can make it 3 on Friday. And then, the Santa Clara game is going to be a tough game. And then you have Washington State. So still a couple of tough non-conference games coming up. But I think this team's getting better. I think this team is moving in the right direction. And, they may not be in a position for a at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. But I certainly think this is a team that is positioning itself to compete in conference play. And, I think they're going to be a team that's going to keep improving as the year goes on and keep having a chance to do some things come conference play. I mean, Colorado State looks pretty good, but I don't think there's a team in this league where you look at it and say Boise State has no chance to beat them. I just don't see a team like that right now. So I think Boise State, if they can get it rolling, why not them to make a run in conference play? Who knows? So nice win tonight, 74-48. Boise State wins it. They'll head back to Boise in the morning, and they will get ready for Prairie View A&M on Friday. Prairie View's winless. Yeah, take a look at Prairie View's schedule, by the way. They're playing like 14 straight road games to start the season to try to fund their athletic departments. They're playing literally 14 straight road games, and they're just getting paycheck to try to fund their athletic departments. So, they have not won a game, but I think they had a week off before this one, so maybe they'll be a little rested when they come to Boise. But, that's got to be tough for Prairie View A&M and what they're doing. But Boise State, that's 2 wins in a row, but that's really 3 games in a row they've played well. The St. Louis game, they played well. They just missed some free throws down the stretch. So hope you enjoyed our coverage. BroncoNationNews.com. My name is BJ Rains. It's live at the Matadome. The final score, 74-48. Boise State wins this one. Again, thanks, RowPaint.com. Power and people, pride in painting, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. This has been the Lithia Ford of Boise postgame show. And again, if you're just coming on now, go back to the beginning because we had Coach Leon Rice, Tyson Degenhart, and Naje Smith joining us live. So head on back to the beginning of the show and watch those interviews. And again, keep it tuned to BroncoNationNews.com. Hopefully you'll consider a subscription as well. Boise State wins this one. They are now above 500, 5-4 on the season. And we will see you at Extra Mile Arena Friday night for Prairie View A&M. Thanks a lot, folks. We'll talk to you later at BroncoNationNews.com.
Welcome back to the Blue, Albertson Stadium, home of your Boise State Broncos, the bastion of Bronco Nation, a field of dreams where greatness has become a tradition. Whether you're new to Idaho and this is your first game, or your family has had season tickets for 3 generations, Lithia Ford of Boise wants you to know you're welcome here.